Hey folks, it's Frith Guardians here, how you doing? Welcome back to World of Warcraft. It's actually been a little while since I was online here. I've got nothing to show you for the weekend of gaming that I normally get up to, or even if it's just an evening of gaming, because I haven't done it. I haven't been on Warcraft since we were last here, and I flew into there because Farming Simulator 19 has taken up rather a lot of my time. So, if anybody is new to us, then welcome. If anybody is, desperate for me to get more mounts and show off that sort of thing, I'm very sorry. I don't have anything to show you. However, what we do need to do is we're in town, and we're going to stay in town for a little while, so we need to head over to our equipment manager like that. And if you have a look there, we mouse over that, we got a whole load of stuff missing. That's because we've been upgrading our gear as we go along. So what we need to do right now is we need to go onto there, and we need to go save. Yes. So now I have that saved. Then I can go back to our rawhide set right there. We've got those 8 items in the inventory, and then we can equip our rawhide set. There we go. Looking fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, as always. So we're going to go running along in here, and we're going to take a look in the auction house. And we're just going to check and see if we've got the other rawhide piece in here. I don't have my auctioneer program that I normally use for my bank alts on this one, which is an absolute nuisance. But just remember, if you want to search something, you don't just click it, you do have to shift click it so the name comes up there. It's not just click, because if you just click, you'll pick it up and move it around in your bags. So it's always shift click. Anything that you want to, if you want to put a name up into the auction display up here, you do need to shift click and then it will search. So star rubies, we've got 3 of them. We find out that they are 1 gold 50 for that one, but then we're looking at around 5 gold a piece for those. And then we've got the citrine. Now I'm shift clicking every time. Every time you see me pop something up into there, I'm shift clicking. 2 gold 40. See, they're relatively cheap. We don't have to worry about those. Then we got the thorium ore over here. That's at 41 silver a piece. 42. 7 gold a piece. You're having a laugh, mate. You are. You're having a laugh. You are, sunshine. I ain't paying that. Now, mithril ore. We want mithril. Although we've got lots of mithril, so we probably don't need mithril. But thorium ore, there's not a great deal of thorium ore here. That's 2 gold, that's 2 gold, that's 92, that's 42. We do have 7,000 gold, so we're not exactly strapped for cash. I think I'm going to buy that one there so that I've got a bit of thorium. That's going to allow us to level up a little bit. And I'm going to buy that one. That's at 40 silver a piece as well. And then we've got that's at 45. That's 7 gold. That's a gold a piece. So we go for the 45 one there. We'll buy that out. And that's probably enough. Now, solid stone. What's the stone after that? I honestly don't remember. So let's just search stone in general and see what are the 700. Good grief. Okay. We need to. Actually, I got a better idea. If we go to engineering here and we go to unlearned, and then we go all the way down to the bottom, we go to scopes, guns, these devices right here, goggles, explosives, parts. That's all you need is the parts. Dense stone, of course it is. Dense stone. We can do is we're going to need some dense stone. Okay, you will need to have that. So we're going to type that in up there, dense stone, and here we go, dense stone. Right, so we've got a few listings here. 47 is 47 a piece, mostly. 45. There's some 45. So we'll buy that one there at 47 gold. If we need to come back and get a little bit more, we will. I don't know if we will. Now, these lines here, I've no idea what these lines are. I keep seeing them around, and I don't know if there's something to do with a mod or what. I've no idea what they are at the moment. I keep seeing them. I got a feeling there's something to do with the mod that I've got, because I've got, hang on, it's, World Boss Timers. There, look. World Boss Timers, that shows, like, the rares and stuff like that. And I reckon it might be something to do with that. I can't... that's my theory, anyway. Something to do with that. Anyway, what we do have... as soon as I logged in, I got WoW's 14th anniversary. Right there. So we've made history. We've been part of WoW's 14th anniversary. Last year, I logged in during the 13th anniversary. I missed the 12th anniversary. I wasn't playing at the time. I did get 11. I missed 10. I got 9. And I got 8. And I missed 7. That was another one that I wasn't playing. You can see when I took breaks in my Warcraft history. I was playing during number 6. I was playing during number 5. I was playing during number 4. 4 was the first one that I picked up. I started about halfway through Burning Crusade, which was the first expansion after Christmas. So that would have been after the 3rd anniversary. So I missed the 3rd anniversary. I started playing after that. But anyway, we did get it. So we've got that right there. We're going to have a look at this one in a minute. Yet another year has gone by for WoW. We wanted to thank you for continuing to play World of Warcraft with us, so here's an anniversary gift to go with your adventures from the WoW dev team. So we picked that up, I clicked to make a permanent copy of the letter, and then I delete. And that permanent copy of the letter, I take that and I pop that into my bank, because I have kept those letters...
Hello.
Every single one that I've ever picked up, I've kept them. So I'm just going to pop that one into
Safe
there.
travels.
And then I've got a permanent copy of that letter that I'll be able to keep. I've got some very old letters in my bank. Purely for nostalgic reasons. I go and look at them every now and then. I just admire the letters that I've picked up, and I think they're absolutely wonderful. And there's no particular reason. So let's right-click and open. 200 time-warped badges, earned in time-walking dungeons, exchanged for goods from time-walking vendors in capital cities. I really hope that I can also get this on Frith, and it's not just one per person, that it is actually each character, because those time-warp badges are going to be far more useful on Frithgar than they are in this one. Letter from the Time Walkers. This item requires WoW's 13th anniversary. Increase all experience reputation gains by 14% for 1 hour. 10-second cooldown. Celebration package. That there is awesomely useful. We won't use that one yet. This item begins a quest, requires WoW's 13th anniversary. Have I got that? Is it? I went and I think I have. Yes, I do. I have it. Okay. You're already on that quest. Oh, there, right. Grundorn. Each year I visit Stormwind to help adventurers like you reflect on our shared history. While our eyes must be trained on the future, we must be mindful of our past. Come visit me in the Stormwind Royal Library and we can speak more. Meet with historian Lior in the Royal Library of Stormwind. Now that's a double L, which is Welsh. Welsh is a very difficult language for anybody that's not born in Wales to ever pronounce, right? Extremely difficult. Now, my dad, he spent a long time in Wales when he was younger, so he can speak fluent Welsh. And I've got to be honest with you, half the time it just sounds like he's having... I don't know, he's got a bad cold, he's clearing his throat and coughing all at the same time. Apologies to anybody who's Welsh, but that is exactly what it sounds like to me, right? Seriously, it's like someone is coughing and clearing their throat all at the same time, and so all you got to do is have a bad cold, and you can speak Welsh. I still don't know what I'd be saying, but that's it. You know, double L is like, and then double D is just a hard the sound. So that bit I can do, but it's the double L's, the bit. It says, so that'd be like historian or something like that. I'm going to stop because somebody from Wales is probably watching right now and probably getting very, very upset with me for butchering their language and making fun of it at the same time. So I do apologize for butchering your language and making fun of it at the same time, but I can only be honest. That's all I can do, is honesty. Now, we will go and do that, but most of all, I want to do this. I want to level up my engineering. I've been waiting to get this because we've got these iron grenades right here, and quite frankly, they're now utterly useless. So what I'd like to do, first and foremost, is get rid of those iron grenades, and we want to make some fancier stuff, and we want to use it and sell it. Now, I was going to send that to my bank alt and try and sell that. There we go. 18 iron grenades right there, 20 iron grenades right there. So let's shuffle this around. We've got a swim speed potion there. We've got some gold ore there. We got lots of ores. We got lots of stuffs. We will just repair our items a minute, and that'll do for a second. Off with ya. And cooking fire. No, we're going to want to go and do the cooking quest and the fishing quest as well. We'll do that while we're here. We can do some leveling up. Probably today's episode is mostly going to be about leveling up our various professions, just because it's fun, and I like to do it. We're on 205 engineering, so let's just run over to our engineering trainer who's sat right over there. Engineering trainer.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Goblin engineer we don't have. So we need 210 and then 215 for a mithril casing. So we're going to just run back over this side, and we want to level up at least 10 points. So let's... We've got unstable trigger right there as one solid blasting powder mage weave cloth. And I'll make that a minute. Make an unstable trigger. Mithril tubes. Probably want to make a few of those. They'll probably help. They'll help us to make some bombs and stuff. Enormous shrink ray. Jade we need for that. We don't have any jade. Heavy stock. Unstable trigger. The mithril tube. Elemental fire. Yeah, we haven't got any of that. Right, so actually our best bet at the moment is to just make a load of mithril tubes. So we can do that a minute. Likely it's going to go from yellow to green at 210, which means it's going to drastically lower the chance of leveling up. We've already missed one. You do occasionally you'll get, even though it's on yellow at the moment, we're still not getting a guaranteed level up every time. We have gone to 210, which might be enough. So let me just take our swift mountain horse and run back over here and speak to Lilium again. He's looking like Lilium. That's it looks like he's a double L on there. I don't know if I should be pronouncing that Lilium or Lilium. Something like that. I'll stop now. I promise I'll stop. Gnomish, rocket boots, and Netomatic. Rocket boots are brilliant. I've seen rocket boots being used a lot in PvP. I don't know if they still are used in PvP or not, but let's just type in here a second and look for rocket boots. There. Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm bitterly disappointed with that. We'll see if we can go and make some rocket boots then, because these things are actually really cool. At least they used to be. Right? They used to be awesome. A lot of fun. And, yeah, we'll try. We'll see. Can we do it? Let's have a look. Big iron bomb. Gnomish rocket boots. Oh, that's why. Black mage weave boots. Those are expensive. You can get a tailor to make them. They're still rather expensive. Gyrocronatum. Right there. That one. I can make 12 of them. We've got the gold power cores. We've got the iron bars. And the solid blasting powder, that's easy. But it's the black mage weave boots. I don't know if we can make those. Let's go back a minute and just... Gnomish rocket boots. Right. 6 armor, relatively low. It's a cloth item. These boots significantly increase your run speed for 20 seconds. Warning, the power supply and gyros do not always function as intended. Right, so it is just a run speed boost. It's nothing else. However, we are going to go and have a look and see if we can do this. We've got an event on now, haven't we? We have. Pilgrim's Bounty started today. This is actually quite, it's another one of those fun world events. And you go from Feats of Strength there. We want to go to World Events right there. And Pilgrim's Bounty. You've got various different things that you can earn. You have a food fight and so on. It's not my favorite event. But there are a few, fun items that you can go and do. I don't think there are any world bosses associated with this one. And you can always look. You're looking. There's no particular world bosses associated with this one. So I generally tend to forget about those. I've done some achievements with them and then I leave them. Right, Black Mage Weave Boots. Now, these are the Black Mage Weave. Black Mage Weave Boots, right there. And as you can see, They're rather expensive. We really need a tailor to go and make those. Now, I don't know if... I tell you what, if I've got a tailor that can make these, I ought to be making these, because seriously, like, black mage weave headband, this is all expensive stuff. Why am I not making loads of these and selling them? Because these are worth a fortune. Right, I've got to find... I've got to go and log my tailor a minute and just find out if I can make black mage weave boots. Because I'm not paying 1,700 gold for a pair of boots if I can make them. Well, I'm not going to pay that anyway. Here is my tailor. You can see I haven't really done a lot with my tailor. And someone has popped one of these... I've got that as well. Right, the Blingtron gift package. Let's just grab that one a minute. I don't do a lot with the tailor. I just sit in here and grab stuff. And like, make the odd thing. So I pop open the tailoring right there. Quickly scroll down. Actually, I don't even need to scroll down, do I? No, I don't. I go there to Imperial Silk. And I make that one. There. Right, I make that one. And that makes me 1 Imperial Silk. I could use the Song of Harmony, but that requires Spirits of Harmony. Those are very expensive. Once I've done that, I pop open the Silkworm Cocoon like that, and I have a Silkworm, an Imperial Silk, right there. So I log this one once a day, or, well, I would log it once a day if I logged in once a day. I log this one when I think about it. And when I've accumulated 12 of those... I love the music in the background here, in this place. Where are we looking? I've gone past it again there. Once I've accumulated 12, I make a Royal Satchel, which is a 28 slot bag, and then I pop it onto the auction house. And it takes very little time. The other reason that I'm here is because what I also have is... Oh, you know what? Tailor. Magnificent Flying Carpet. We need Magnificent Flying Carpet. Right? The other reason is that I've actually got the farm here. So I grow snake root. You harvest this and you get white and black trillium ore, which you can then send to someone who's got smelting, and you can make trillium bars. Trillium bars sell for like 300-400 gold each on the auction house, or you can turn them into living steel if you've got an alchemist, which I do, and those you can sell for just a little tiny bit. You do get a bit extra, but you've got to sort of, the value of the materials and everything. This is one of the most expensive bars in the game. It's the Pandarian one, but the Trillium stuff is, like, insanely valuable. So if you've got a few characters that can grow snake root seeds in the garden here, you'd follow the quest chain, unlock it all, unlock all of the garden, and that is a good way to earn steady money. Good, steady cash. You do need to log on every day. You do need to take care of your garden. I've got 3 characters that can have a garden. There's this one, there is my Paladin, and Frith as well. I very rarely come over to the garden with Frith. If I do have snake root growing. Occasionally I will pop in and I'll harvest it. Normally, if I'm in the mood for doing the dailies, I'll come in and I will clear the garden with this one and replant everything. And then I'll send all of the ores that I get over to my Paladin. I will log the Paladin, do the same with her, and then smelt down any bars I get and send them straight over to be sold on the auction house. So it's a nice little money earner. You're not going to get a lot. You're not going to make a fortune out of it, but it's a steady income. If you've got the time and the patience to do that with a number of alts, you could probably spend 45 minutes a day going through the gardens and your alts and doing those dailies. You can generate a significant amount of money. Now, I'm in the main guild that I've got with Senleia, with this character, and you can see there our critter kill squad count is up to 43,116 dead critters out of 50,000. Whereas in our guild, with Grundorn and Frith and so on, I think we've reached about 1,000. So we got a long way to go. Mind, we have been doing this. Me and Sen, just the 2 of us, we have been doing this for... I don't know, it's something like 7 or 8 years now, so it has taken a while to get there. Anyway, we came here to search for black mage weave, didn't we? So we want to go black mage. There we go. Seriously? 2 thick leather. Those are easy. I could make this. I haven't got any thick leather, so I'd have to go and buy it on the auction house. I really want those boots. Right. We're going to go and buy 2 thick leather, and we'll send a bit of mage weave over as well. Oh, actually, no, I might be able to make... Have I got mage weave right here? Bolt of mage weave, there. I don't have any mage weave cloth. So we need mage weave cloth and 2 thick leather as well, wasn't it? Right. We've got mage weave cloth. I've got 18 there. I got more in the bank, though. I'm pretty sure I've got more in the bank. So I'm looking for thick leather at the moment. Okay, there's 2 gold 25 a piece right there. That's 15 gold a piece. Wow. That's everything is on there. Right, well, we'll grab those. Bit expensive, but we'll grab them anyway. Thick leather is apparently worth a lot of money. I'll have to remember that with my bank alt. Try and start buying a load of it up, just to be difficult. Mage weave, I don't think mage weave is actually worth very much at all. Right, we've got a whole load. I hate it when people list single lots. It really annoys me. Single lots are the bane of my existence because it's just, they're just so pointless. No, I know that very occasionally you might have someone that will sift through a whole load of them. Not very often, though. It doesn't happen very often, I'm sure of it. But anyway, we'll ignore that and we'll buy a multiple stack. There we go. We'll take those 2 right there. I still don't know if that is quite enough mage weave cloth. So we'll run over here and take a look in our bank and make sure that we've got... I'm pretty sure we have got more. We go to the reagent bank. Yeah, I knew we did. We got 93 mage weave cloth right there. So all I got to do is right-click that and that takes the whole stack. That's what I want. We've got mithril tubes there, which we're going to want. See, you can... All of the stuff in here, you actually, when you're doing your crafting, you're accessing it anyway. Just like you've gone and picked it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful time saver. It really is. I love the fact that we've got that as a thing on here for being a time saver. So I need to send that back to my priest, which is Hrothgar. So we want to send the thick leather, and I will send all of the mage weave cloth. We'll use up what we need, and then we'll send it back again. So those 2 sent. So then I come out of there, and we'll go back over to the priest. We run down here and grab that one. I'll deal with that later. This is greens that I've sent over. I actually need to do something with. So let me open that lot. See, I send all the greens that I get. Like, if I pick up a load of greens on Frithgar, these are higher level ones. And then I disenchant them. So I've got disenchanting set over here. I've got it on there. So I can just press the button and disenchant that. Item level 99. This is... So I get infinite dust for this one. And this is what I do. This is what the other thing that I use my priest for is disenchanting the green items so that I get the dusts out of them. You do have to be careful which ones you're getting, right? That one that I just got there, that spirit dust, that stuff's worthless. It's completely and totally worthless. So I don't have my enchantment, my mod at the moment that tells me what things will break down into. Requires level 90 and 87. So I think that one, maybe 2. Yeah, see, spirit dust is worthless. So you got to look at the item level of stuff. I'm making mistakes here. You look at the item level of stuff, and like the infinite dust is worth breaking down. Anything that is going to go for spirit dust, you don't want to get spirit dust. You don't want to do that. You want to sell the green as it is. And also the same applies for drenic dust as well. Those 2 are worthless. You're better off just selling the greens. So there is a mod that tells you, I think it's called Disenchanter or something like that. But it tells you if you mouse over a green item, it will tell you what it will break down into, or roughly an estimate. You won't get it exactly, but it will give you an estimate. If you use that mod, it's brilliant, because you can mouse over the item and you can see whether you should disenchant it or whether you should sell it. Blue items that are not in the current expansion will break down into various different blue shards like this. The large brilliant shards used to be worth a bit of money. I don't know if they are anymore. Generally speaking, though, any blue or epic shard, epic level shard, or blue quality shard, from a previous edition of the game, not in the current expansion, they are utterly worthless. Never disenchant your blues or your epics unless you specifically want those shards. Just sell them as they are, because these things are totally worthless. Absolutely worthless. You won't even get these, like, fractured temporal crystals you combine to make a temporal crystal. Right? Those temporal crystals, they're useless. They're completely and totally worthless. You barely get a few silver for them, whereas the item you've disenchanted was probably worth about 70 to 100 gold. So you sort of see where I'm coming from there. You don't disenchant unless you know what you're getting into. Blues and so on. If I was to make these black duskweave robes, sell them for the 5 gold 22, because disenchanting them would be a bad idea. I wouldn't make them anyway, because that imbued frostweave, it's better off if I turn that into something else. So we want the black mageweave boots there. I need to buy the heavy silken thread and the bolt of mageweave cloth. I need to make 3. I can make 33. I've got loads of these, so I'm going to make 3 of those. Create. I'm actually going to make 6. I'll make a couple more. So there's 3 of them. Like that. And then I'll make another 3. You know what? I'm just going to hold the mage... No, I won't hold mage weave here, because I might want it for making explosives, so I will send it back. I'm going to keep hold of the leather, though, because we might be glad of that. Right, so we've got the mage weave there. So then I want to go to black mage weave. We've got robes, tunics, pants, boots right there. Dress shoes. No. Black mage weave boots. Apparently worth a fortune, although now that I've told everybody how much they're worth, I suspect that black mage weave, there's going to be a few more items of black mage weave sold, and the price is going to drop a little. That's always the thing. If you've got adventuring supply, I don't want adventuring supplies, I want the Traveller's Tundra Mammoth. Bring that one up like that.
May you find what you seek.
May you find what you seek. And I want you, Rune Thread, Eternium. Really? You don't give me the small stuff? He doesn't give me the small stuff. Repair my gear a minute. Repaired that for ages. I thought he gave me the low-level stuff. I'm very disappointed with this. I need that low-level stuff. I don't have it. It's the silken thread that I need. I think it's the silken thread. I gotta find that now. Where on earth am I gonna find that? Black mage weave boots. Right there. Heavy silken thread. You buy that, right? It's not something that you make. It's actually something that you go and buy from a trader. I've come up through here into this zone up here, because I can't find anything down here in the Valley of the Four Winds. I'm there at Half Hill. I'm looking for the reagents and stuff, so I'm hoping that maybe... Oh, it's fireworks... Spirit of Harmony. Oh, this is the Spirit of Harmonies. Various different items there. You can get a Spirit of Harmony. You can trade it for black trillium ore. May or may not be worth it. It's kind of debatable. But anyway, that's not who we're after. We are wanting to go in here. And... where is the person we're after? We've got engineering supplies right there, but they may sell... something. No, they're not selling the other stuff. So where is...
Be good.
Oh. I didn't realise we had an auctioneer. Oh, no, we don't. My services... If you're an engineer, you can use that one. So this is the engineering corner. That's why. I need to go and find the tailoring, because there should be tailoring supplies. Bandage trainer. First aid supply. Ooh, wait, maybe first aid supplies.
May the light embrace you.
No.
Remain vigilant.
First aid is a profession that has now been removed. You can no longer get first aid. We've got a brewmaster. Is it anything back here? Seriously, I've got no idea where the profession trainers are in this place. Herbalism supplies. Bread vendor. Meats. Cooking supplies. Alchemy, inscription, enchanting, tailoring supplies!
My goods are crafted with great care.
Wait, what? There we go. Heavy silken thread. That's the one that I want. Right, I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to buy 200 of these. Apparently I'm not, because I need to do that, and now I can buy 200. 20. I could buy 20. It's because I don't have enough money to buy 200, I think. I can buy 100 of them. Yes, because I didn't have enough money to buy 200. So I will buy a load of heavy silken thread. Let me just check a minute. Soon. Because I'm curious now. I'm supposed to be, like, doing normal stuff. And now here I am doing things that I shouldn't be doing. Black mage. I've been thoroughly squirreled on this. Right, yeah, that is all heavy silken. So I don't actually need to That is black mage weave leggings are ordinary silk. I
Looking
knew
to
I'd
buy?
need some silken thread. Let us go there, and we'll get rid of you, and then you press shift, and then we can get 100 of those as well. Some silken
May
threads.
your days bring you joy.
May your days bring you joy. Right, we'll do this right here. Let's just quickly pop this one now. So we want black mage weave, bulk mage weave, black mage weave right there. We want black mage weave boots. Create 2 pairs of those. And I will sell a pair of boots, and I will also use a pair of boots for our valuable creations. It's not actually cost us that much to make it when you consider the cost of each of the individual materials. So we want to send this back to, not Greeble, I want to send this to Grundorn. There. And where are my boots? Where? Oh, there they are. They're up there. Right, 1 and 2. Send those to Grundorn. Job done. Let's go. We have mail from Hrothgar. That is just amazing. Look at that. The mail service around here is brilliant. Right? That took seconds for that mail to arrive. It went all the way from Pandaria to the Eastern Kingdoms. Royal Mail could take some lessons from this. They really could. Now then, we want to go there. Black Mage Weave boots. 1,755. So I'm going to make my own auction for one of those. Nope. I'm just going to do number of stacks 1. Not going to do more than that. So they've got it for 1,000, how much? 1,755. I am, of course, going to undercut them. But I'm not going to undercut them by massive amounts. I'm going to go starting price of 1,250, like that. And a buyout price of 1,300. So it is undercutting them a bit. But not massive amount. We'll see. Yeah, I only want to do one of those. So stack size 1. Number of stacks 1, create auction right there. There we go, 1,300 gold. We'll see if it pays off. Curious now. See if I can sell them before anybody watches this video and thinks, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to make 300 pairs of those and list them for 50 gold apiece rather than 1,300 and laugh in the face of Frith. I wouldn't blame you. I'd probably do the same. If I had a bit more time, I probably would go and do that right now. Just make up like 20 pairs of everything that Black Mage weave. We want to go to engineering now. And we want to scroll down here a little bit at Gnomish rocket boots. We still need the gyro chronatum, which I need to make 4 of those. There. So I will create those 4 there. We've got the gold power cores already and the iron bars. They're all sat there ready and waiting. Then once we've made those, we need to go to the rocket boots, and we need solid blasting powder right there, which we've got loads of this. So I'm going to make 30 of these, I think, because we'll... Well, I don't know. Actually, yeah, this is the stuff for the Mithril, isn't it? I'm just going to hit create all and let a load of these start making. And what does the Gnomish net-o-matic projector need? Captures a target in a net for 20 seconds. The net has a lot of hooks, however, and sometimes gets caught in the user's clothing when fired. Fantastic. However, that requires thick spider silk and shadow silk, both of which can sometimes be difficult to get and can sometimes be incredibly expensive on the auction house. Other times they're really cheap. So, I don't know. I like the idea of making some of these fun items, and I'm also liking the idea today of like hopping around and showing you when you've got a load of alts, what can be involved with like jumping around from one character to the other in order to be able to make up a few of your different items just for a bit of fun. Right, we've got a whole load of solid blasting powder, so I'll make 2 more, so that puts it down to exactly 90 left. There we go. Yeah, that'll take care of the OCD for a little bit. And we create the Gnomish rocket boots. So that's going to give us 1 more point on there. That's all. Using up our black mage weave. And then we want the Gnomish Netomatic projector. Now, Mithril bars is going to be easy because we've got lots of Mithril. We can do that. But we want 2 shadow silk and 4 thick spider silk. That's going to be the bit that may be a little bit more troublesome. So let's run back over this way. And we will race back in here like this. Shadow silk, thick spider silk is what we're after. So first up, we will go for shadow silk. There we go. Nothing. So we can't do it anyway because there's none for sale on here. We'd have to go and actually find it. Thick spider silk. There. 1 gold 30. Yeah, 1 gold 30 a piece for that. But without the shadow silk, we can't do anything anyway. So, yeah, that one's just not... That's a non-starter. That's not happening. So we want to go back to here. And we can put... Requires engineering 225. We can't actually use them at the moment. It's a bit of a slap in the face, really. I feel a bit disappointed with that. Let's go back under here, and we go to, not cooking, not engineering. We want to go to mining skills. We've got some true silver there. I will smelt those. We've got 6 of them. And we've got mithril as well. I will create all of those as soon as I've done this. Gold, we've got 40. See, I'm going to probably just sell the gold or iron. We got a lot. Silver, steel. See, we got lots of ores at the moment. We will use some of them, but we're not going to use all of them. I do want to make up a load of mithril, as we're going to need this for our next sort of session of leveling things up. Right, there is a whole load of mithril bars. I'm just going to run round to the mining trainer a second over here and just see if we can learn smelting thorium yet. Because
What's
we can. Yes, we can. That requires 200. That's perfect. So we've got that. Smelt thorium.
Off with you.
This means that we can go and... No, I don't want that. We need to stay with the Swift Mountain Horse. As we've got the smelt thorium, it means that the thorium ore that we've gone and picked up, we can now smelt that as well. So I can just come back under here and take a look there. Got 120. Of course, we went and got a load of it off the auction house, didn't we? So, yeah, we got a load of these as well. By smelting a whole load of these, we'll be able to level up our mining really, really quickly as well, which, I mean, we've already got to the smelt thorium level, so getting up to the level 300 is not really going to be much of an issue. We're not going to have to worry about that anymore. And they've changed the way that you do this now. We've reached professional expert, but they have changed the way that you do things on this now. You've got Cultiran, you've got Legion, you've got Pandaria, and you don't have to level each of these up. It used to just be like an accumulative score. And so you had to level through every single zone, and that kept the value of the lower level ores at a reasonable level, because people who wanted to power level their mining would just go and spend a load of money on a load of ores, and then just do it like this, instead of actually going around and doing a load of mining. Good for the people who are making money, not so good for the people who wanted to level up. So they've now changed that round, and you only have to level up those individual bits if you want to. You don't have to do it anymore. Which, some may consider this to be a good thing, and some...
Alrighty then.
Not quite so much. But I've smelted a load of bars and everything right there. So we can go back here to this. We've got unstable triggers there. Oh. Slight problem. I've gone and gotten rid of all my mage weave cloth. I might want some of that back. In fact, I'm fairly sure we're going to want the mage weave cloth back. Now, look here. Mithril tubes. These require 3 bars apiece. I just want to get this to 215. There we go. That's gone green now. But because I went and got rid of all the mage weave, I might actually want to go and get a bit of that back from Hrothgar so that I can continue
Pleased to meet
leveling, because we got the mithril casing and the frag bomb, the gnomish harm. Ooh. Okay, frag bomb, gnomish harm prevention belt, and gnomish goggles.
You have
load
a great
of new
day
items there. Scurry back over this side, and let's take a look now and see what we got. So we've got the mithril casing right there. That's another item that we're going to have to start making. And then we've got the frag bomb right here. 36 fire damage and incapacitates targets in an 8-yard radius for 2 seconds. Any damage will break the effect. Unreliable against targets higher than level 60. Now, we've got those bombs right there. So I want to type in right here, bomb. And we've got down here, engineering, explosives, arcane bomb. That's the thorium. That requires a delicate arcanite converter. Sure about that. Dark iron bomb. 24 fire damage there. The arcane bomb is drains 726 mana from those in it. Ooh. Okay, that sounds quite cool. That's a well drop though. High explosive bomb right there. Mithril casing, solid blasting powder, unstable trigger. This one does 60 fire damage. The goblin bomb dispenser. Creates a mobile bomb that charges the nearest enemy and explodes for 350 damage. That sounds very cool. And a flash bomb. Right there. That doesn't really do a lot, and blue pearls are difficult to find. So we're kind of looking at for our... Oh, that's Terenas up there. Outland. Devices is the pet bombling there. So really, it's the high explosive bomb. You don't get a thorium bomb. You got the arcane one there, but no, it's this one here. So we are going to want more unstable triggers, and then engineering 235 to be able to use those. At the moment, we've got the Mithril frag bomb, which is that one. That's one we can use. So that's our engineering level currently. That's going to also require the unstable triggers, which means that we do need more, lots of Mithril. Essentially, we need lots of Mithril and we need Mage Weave. So we're not going to be leveling up loads more today, because I can't be bothered to go back over to Hrothgar yet again. But I will create all the Mithril casings that I can a second on there. And we'll also make a frag bomb with the one unstable trigger that we've got here. Yeah. Unstable trigger right there. That's the one that needs the Mage Weave cloth. So we're going to need more. Except I think we're on rune cloth now, aren't we? Mithril frag bomb. Make that one. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're going to need to buy more Mage Weave cloth if I want to keep the bit that I went and got on Hrothgar, which I am going to do. I'm just going to leave. I'm on the wrong horse. I'm aware that I'm on the wrong horse. I apologize for being on the wrong horse. Let's go here, and we'll very quickly have a look for Mage Weave. There, Mage Weave cloth. Let's try that. Mage Weave cloth. Oh, no, we got loads of this stuff. There is actually quite a lot of this here. Scroll down. I got 63 in total. But yeah, see, we've got several stacks of this, so I can just... I'll buy that one there, 15 gold. Accept. There's 68 pieces. So there we can make a load of Mithril bombs, which we'll be able to use. This is like a really useful thing that I want to take with us. I want to get... So we may not do our fishing and our cooking quest here today. I'm happy to not do that. If we can always go and do those another day. Really what we do when we come back into town, I'm building up some supplies ready for another round of attacks and fighting and stuff like that. So go back to my mining skills right there and start smelting yet more Mithril. This is the bit that takes the time, right? It's just sitting and waiting for the Mithril to smelt through. I'm not going to need loads of this for the casings. So as soon as I get down, we'll do 10 like that, and then I'll switch over. And it's the unstable triggers. This is just one bar for each of these, and we've got the solid blasting powder already. So I can make there, and that makes me 11 unstable triggers, which I can then use down here. I've got 7 mithril casings at the moment. See if I can balance this out. I got 6. I got 7 of those, so it makes 8 of them. 1 mithril casing, which I'll make there. Like that, and that makes 8 mithril. I've got 8 unstable triggers, 8 mithril casings, and I'm going to have a few solid blasting powders left over. But that's going to give me several mithril frag bombs that I can use, which are going to be incredibly useful. As long as we can find a forge or something while we're out on our travels, and I believe we can, we should be able to make more of these, which means that we're not going to have to completely weigh ourselves down with hundreds of these bombs while we're running around. But we've got engineering level 231 at the moment, and that means we can use our gnomish rocket boots, which is really cool. That was kind of the whole point of this. Mithril tube there. We get rid of some of those. We'll put those in the bank, store them up. But first up, we want to go, before we worry about doing any of that stuff, I want to mount up my swift mountain horse. You know, I haven't looked in our guild bank for quite a while, so we'll do that as well. Of course, as I've not been online at all this weekend, some things could have changed. Some things may not have done. We've got a load of stuff here. We've got mithril bars there. We've got mithril ore. That would actually be quite useful. But right now, we don't need that stuff, so I'm going to leave it there in case there's someone else that does need it. We've got our dense stone. Citrine here. I don't have a use for them, so I'm going to drop the citrine into the bank in case someone else can use it. Already known, a brilliant small fish. Red welt gloves is leather working. That's an enchantment. Enchanted mage weave pouch. Enchantment. Green leather armor. Got lots of stuff being put in here. I get the feeling I do need to go through here sometime soon and get some of this stuff out just to clear a little bit more space for people to use. See it, we got a load more stuff over here. Invisibility potion, that's a blacksmithing one. There's a blacksmithing again. We've got more gear down this side here. There's a band of the Gurubash. I think I put that one there actually. Come and use this stuff, people. Come and use this stuff. What do we got over here? Engineering 275 dark iron rifle. I'm not at that level yet, so I'm not going to take it. Thermal anvils, those are quite cool actually. You take an anvil around with you, you pop it down, and you can use it. You tend to get those from the blingtrons that turn up. We're going to take that with us actually. That's something that might be useful for us. So we'll take that one along for the ride. Okay, but we'll leave the rest of the stuff there for now. And I'm just wondering if I should drop off any of this stuff. I'm going to keep it at the moment because a lot of this stuff is the stuff that we might actually be wanting to use. And then once we out-level a lot of this, then we can see about dropping some of it into the guild bank for people to use, and so on. What else do I want to do? We need to go and... Right, a couple things that we want to do. We want to go up this way, and I want to drop reagents into the bank. That's the first thing I want to do. And then once I've done that, so we go there, and I go to the reagent bank like that. Open up all of the bags, and... The way that I do this, right, I got a flask of oil there. I've got some small eggs there for cooking. There's clam meat. We've got a moss agate there. There's our silver ores and the crawler meat. Right, so I've got everything in here at the moment. That's everything ready. And then I deposit all reagents. And that way, all the new stuff is dropped down on this side. And then I can just double check that I don't actually want to keep any of that on me for something other than crafting, because occasionally it gets just a teensy bit too enthusiastic, and you sort of think, oh, hang on a minute, I could probably do with carrying that along with me rather than leaving it behind. As it is at the moment, I think I'm quite happy to leave all of that behind, and then I can come back to it later on. So, see all of this stuff we've got over here. I am going to be getting rid of a load of this stuff out of this bank soon. When, I don't really know. I do need to go through this. Right, so we've got mithril frag bombs. We want to drop those down there so that they're ready to use. Put you up to there, put you over to there, and then I've got an anvil there as well that I want to use. And over here, we've got, that's the tailoring, and then I've got that one. Yeah, that's stuff that we just want to get rid of. Sell in the auction house, probably. And right, that's all that I wanted to do there. So the final thing that I want to do is we want to go and test our new rocket boots. We have to test the rocket boots. We cannot not test the rocket boots. We have got the rocket boots. We have made the rocket boots. Therefore, we need to test the rocket boots. Rocket boots. How many times can we say rocket boots before everybody gets really annoyed with it? I apologize if you wanted a bit more than just me kind of playing around with engineering today. But, yeah, I was kind of in the mood for an engineering type day. Just messing around with a few bits and pieces like that. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, in our next episode, we're starting our next journey. And we are going here. We need to get to Winter Spring. In order to be able to get to Winter Spring, we've got to go all the way up through Fellwood. Right, getting to Winter Spring is not an easy task. We've got to go all the way through Fellwood. In order to be able to get all the way through Fellwood, we've got to come down here, and then we've got to journey north. So we've got to get to here, journey north, and that means that we've got to get into here. Then we can take a flappy, but we've got to travel all the way up through Fellwood, up to here. We've got to get through the Winterfall area here, and then we've got to get to here, and then finally we'll be able to get over here to Everlook. There's a little goblin town there in Winter Spring. But that's where we'll be going, and that's the next zone that I want to do, is in Winter Spring. So it's going to take us a little while to get there. Anyway, we have more important things to do. So we're going to... Equipping these, we'll bind them to you. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Right, I don't remember how to use these, so we're going to go like that, and we're going to pop them down onto the bar down there. It takes 30 seconds on the cooldown. in order to get to that point and get to the point where we're ready. And then I think you do it as you run along. I don't really remember. I genuinely don't remember at the moment. So what we'll do is if I start running along like that, then... Right, okay, that's a bit underwhelming. I'm sure they used to be faster than that. Genuinely sure they used to be faster. But mind you, it's still reasonably fast. But I'm pretty certain that they did used to be a bit quicker than this. See, that is... I thought that they used to give you a much stronger burst than that. Am I thinking of a different set of boots? Let's just go here a minute and search boot. Ah, Rocket Boots Extreme. Greatly increase your speed. Extreme Light. Engage your rocket boots to greatly increase your speed. I think maybe it's one of these. Mechano Lord Capacitus, Zone the Mechanar. And then those there are dropped from the Steam Vault. Goblin Rocket Boots here. Maybe it's these. No, this... Goblin Rocket Fuel. This isn't the ones we've... No, this is the unlearned ones. Maybe it's one of the... Is it the Goblin one? I don't think it's the Goblin ones. Pretty sure it's one of these. But we don't have, though... We'll have to try and get those patterns, I think. Yeah. Anyway, the Gnomish Rocket Boots... They're prolonged, but that was underwhelming, wasn't it? I'm actually a little bit disappointed with that. I thought that they would have been better than that, but never mind. At least we've got them. We've tried them out. We'll have to try some more. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frith. Goodbye, and see you later.